I'm from Miami, Florida, born and raised. My parents were teenage parents. We went through the struggles, but I saw them and how they persevered through life, and that kind of set the tone of my personality, my tenacity. I graduated from high school in Miami Norland Senior High School, graduated from Florida International University. My husband, he got a career opportunity here that he couldn't pass up. So with a lot of convincing, we kind of packed up and we moved to Central Florida. And we're living in the American dream, and then life happened. Our marriage just took a scary turn because I couldn't lean on him, he couldn't lean on me. We were just angry. We were just going through so many life tragedies. He had experienced a job loss. It was a lot going on, and that kind of set the scene for things going the way it did. Well, we were fighting constantly, and one night, normally I would just rent a hotel for the night and I'll take the kids. And I didn't have the hotel money that night. And I remember driving to the corner store and calling Harbor House, and I was like, I just need one night. And they just told me, come. With the clothes on my back, with the kids' clothes, it was probably 11 o'clock at night, I went to Harbor House. It was very trying times to be in a one room shelter with 3 kids.
How is your family living there versus at Pinder?
Oh my God. We were living in churches. Family promised they house you in churches. So we weren't in a room per se, we were like in somebody's office. So coming from that, anything was good enough at that point.
God, thank you, God. I just thank God.
I was on a search for housing, meaning I would get off of work and I would drive around, and I was looking at apartments that were $1,600 and they looked like crap. I saw Pinder and I'm like, the school is next door. I was looking for that because I wouldn't have to drive way across town for childcare. Those things meant a lot to me, to have accessibility to the highway, and okay, I can be downtown in 5 minutes. So these things attracted me to Pinder as well. They were helping people who are transitioning from shelters to have affordable, housing. So I went through the process. Here, where's your pay stub? Where's your bank statement? Where's this? Here, whatever you want, take it. The process was a little lengthy, but it was well worth it because I feel like they weed out people who don't belong. Life at Pinder was great. It was everything I could ask for. I thought I was like living in Miami Beach. I was living like condominium life. You couldn't tell me any different. We were poolside. We had all the amenities, a new gym, the laundry room, the computer lab. At first, when I moved in, I had not even a mattress. You understand? People came together and they had sent mattress over. They sent help. Somebody thought us worthy enough to build a Boys and Girls Club here. Somebody thought us important enough to open up an early learning center. So at first, the options for my younger daughter, I was driving across town. And then, the ELC opened, and I was happy about that. It's a hop and a skip away. Orange Center has been nothing but great to my son. I would still be in the shelter if I had to pay $1,600 a month for rent. Or I had to move back home. So that was a big thing for me, being able to actually afford groceries and afford shoes and clothes and be able to pay my rent was a big deal for me. So I did attend workshops that tell you about credit building, that really let you know how to save and pay your debt, pay your bills. That kind of made home ownership seem like a reality. For me, not having a husband meant I would never own a home. Not having a 2-income household meant to me that I would be at Pinder for a very long time, and they made home buying realistic to me. The staff at Pinder was much more than a leasing agent. They became like family members. They would check on you, and then they were like, what about those workshops? What about buying a home? So they already put the bug in my ear. So little did they know I was taking these advice they told me about. And then when it was time to renew, I said, I'm not renewing. They're like, where are you going? What's happening? And I'm like, I bought a house. Oh my God, you bought a house, you bought a house. Oh my God, you took our advice, you did. I was like, yeah, I got my credit together. I've been saving. So they were ecstatic. They were so happy and so proud of me that they were like, this is what this is all about. This is why we do this work. And I was like, it seems so surreal It just seemed like those people buy houses or those guys over there buy houses. And then it was my reality. And I'm like, okay, I bought this house and it felt good. It felt amazing. Yes.